Welcome. Tonight, we are going to travel back in time, far back, to a world without comfort, without warmth, without rest. This is a slow story about the exhausting life of Roman emperors. This passage presents the Roman emperor not as a powerful ruler, but as a man trapped by his own authority. It focuses on the slow, exhausting rituals of palace life, dressing, formal greetings, and endless reports, which turn power into a heavy burden. Through images of weight, repetition, and stillness, the text shows that being at the center of an empire means losing freedom, privacy, and rest. The sun rises over the city of Rome. The light is soft. The light is gray. It is time for the emperor to wake up. He does not want to wake up. His bed is soft. His pillows are heavy. But the city is already moving. The city is loud. The city is waiting for him. He sits up slowly. His bones feel old. His body feels heavy. This is the start of a long day. This is the start of a tired day. He puts his feet on the floor. The stone is cold. The stone is hard. He stands up. He feels the weight of the empire. He feels the weight of the world. He walks to the window. He looks out at the hills. He looks out at the temples. Everything is silent for now. Everything is still. But the work is coming. The work is always coming. He calls for his servants. They come into the room. They move like shadows. They do not speak. They dress him in white linen. They dress him in purple wool. The purple is deep. The purple is heavy. The robe feels like lead on his shoulders. The robe feels like a burden. He stands still. He lets them work. He is a statue. He is a monument. They fasten his sandals. The leather is tight. They brush his hair. They wash his face. The water is cold. The water is clear. He looks in the mirror. He sees a man. He sees a tired man. He does not see a god. He only sees the exhaustion. Now he must walk. He walks through the long halls. The halls are made of marble. The marble is white. The marble is cold. His sandals click on the floor. Click, click, click. The sound echoes. The sound goes on and on. There are statues in the halls. The statues are of his fathers. The statues are of his grandfathers. They look at him with stone eyes. They look at him with cold eyes. They are not tired anymore. They are made of stone. They are at rest. He wishes he was made of stone. He wishes he could stand still forever. But he must keep walking. He must go to the morning meeting. The meeting room is large. There are many men waiting. They are senators. They are advisors. They are generals. They look at him. They want things from him. They want land. They want money. They want laws. He sits on his chair. The chair is hard. The chair is gold. It is not comfortable. It is not a place for rest. He listens to them talk. Their voices are low. Their voices are like the buzzing of bees. He hears about the borders. He hears about the grain. He hears about the taxes. The words float in the air. The words have no weight. He nods his head. He says yes. He says no. He says wait. He does everything slowly. Everything feels slow. The sun moves across the sky. The light turns yellow. The heat begins to rise. The room feels warm. The room feels heavy. He looks at a map on the table. The map is big. The map shows the world. He sees the rivers. He sees the mountains. He sees the forests. It is all his. It is all his responsibility. He must think of the people in the north. They are cold. He must think of the people in the south. They are hot. He must think of the ships on the sea. He must think of the soldiers on the road. He feels tired thinking of the roads. The roads go on forever. The roads never end. They stretch across the dirt. They stretch across the grass. He takes a break. He walks in the garden. The garden is quiet. The garden is green. There are trees. There are flowers. There are small birds. The birds do not know he is an emperor. The birds do not care about the taxes. They only care about the seeds. They only care about the wind. He watches a bird. It flies away. It is light. It is free. He sits on a stone bench. He closes his eyes. He feels the sun on his face. The sun is warm. The sun is gentle. For 1 minute he forgets the empire. For 1 minute he is just a man. But the minute ends. A servant comes. The servant has a message. The message is on a scroll. The scroll is heavy with ink. The afternoon is for the letters. He holds a pen. The pen is made of wood. He reads the scrolls. He reads about the gold mines. He reads about the brick factories. He reads about the lawsuits. People are fighting over cows. People are fighting over fences. He must decide who is right. He must decide who is wrong. He writes his name. He writes his name again. He writes his name 1,000 times. His hand is tired. His fingers are stiff. The ink is black. The ink is wet. It smells like the earth. It smells like the past. He looks at the pile of scrolls. The pile is tall. The pile never gets smaller. As he finishes one, they bring another. The evening comes. The sky turns purple. The sky turns blue. The air gets cool. He must go to the banquet. He does not want to eat. He does not want to talk. He goes to the dining hall. The hall is full of people. There is food on the tables. There is wine in the cups. There is meat. There is bread. There is fruit. The smell is strong. He lies down on his couch. This is how they eat. He leans on his elbow. His elbow is sore. He listens to the music. The music is soft. The music is slow. A flute plays a long note. A harp plays a low chord. The sound drifts through the room. It drifts like smoke. He speaks to the people at the table. He speaks about the weather. He speaks about the games. He does not say what he is thinking. He does not say he is tired. He wears a mask of calm. He wears a mask of peace. Inside, he is a desert. Inside, he is a void. He drinks a little wine. The wine is red. The wine is cold. It tastes of grapes. It tastes of the sun. He eats a piece of bread. The bread is dry. The bread is simple. He watches the shadows on the wall. The shadows dance. The shadows grow long. The torches are lit. The fire is orange. The fire is flickering. The guests leave. The hall becomes empty. The hall becomes quiet. The servants clean the tables. They move the dishes. They move the cups. The emperor stands up. He is more tired than before. He walks back to his bedroom. He walks past the stone statues. They are still watching. They are still silent. He enters his room. He takes off the purple robe. He takes off the white linen. He feels the air on his skin. He feels light for a moment. He gets into his bed. The sheets are cool. The sheets are smooth. He closes his eyes. He thinks of the roads. He thinks of the maps. He thinks of the grain. He dreams of a quiet place. He dreams of a place with no names. He dreams of a place with no laws. There is only the wind. There is only the sea. The waves move back and forth. The waves move in and out. The sound is like breathing. The world is breathing. He is breathing. He falls deeper into the sleep. He falls into the dark. But he knows the sun will rise. He knows the gray light will return. He knows the robe will be waiting. He knows the crown will be heavy. The empire never sleeps. It is a long history. It is a tired history. It goes on and on. It goes on forever. The city of Rome is a mountain of stone. The stone does not move. The stone does not change. The emperor is part of the stone. He is part of the mountain. He is tired of being a mountain. He wants to be the dust. He wants to be the mist. He sinks into the mattress. He sinks into the night. The night is vast. The night is deep. There are no letters here. There are no senators here. There is only the silence. There is only the rest. The rest is what he needs. The rest is what he seeks. He drifts away, he drifts further, he is gone, he is sleeping, he is still, he is the history of the world, he is the quiet of the grave. The cycle repeats, the story continues. It is always the same. It is always the exhausting life. It is the life of Rome. The streets of Rome are empty now. The moon is high. The moon is white. The moon looks down on the marble. The moon looks down on the dirt. The fountains are splashing. The water is cold. The water is constant. The water does not get tired. It flows from the mountains. It flows through the pipes. It flows into the basins. It is a soft sound. It is a rhythmic sound. It is the heartbeat of the city. The soldiers stand at the gates. They hold their spears. They do not move. They are tired too. Their armor is heavy. Their shields are round. They look at the stars. The stars are far away. The stars are cold. The stars do not care about Rome. In the palace the halls are dark. The shadows are thick in the corners. The emperor is deep in his dream. He is dreaming of the forest. The trees are very tall. The leaves are very thick. There is no path in the forest. There is no road. He is walking on the moss. The moss is soft. The moss is damp. He does not have his sandals. He does not have his crown. He is just a man in the green light. He walks slowly. He does not have to arrive anywhere. He does not have to meet anyone. He just walks. The air smells like pine. The air smells like rain. It is a good dream. It is a quiet dream. But even in the dream he feels the weight. He feels the weight of the millions of people. He feels the weight of the provinces. Gaul is heavy. Spain is heavy. Egypt is heavy. They are all pulling on him. They are all calling his name. They want justice. They want bread. They want peace. He tries to run in the dream, but his legs are slow. His legs are made of clay. He moves through the air like it is water. He is pushing against the world. He is always pushing. He is always striving. This is the exhaustion of the power. This is the exhaustion of the throne. The morning comes again. The light is not gray today. A light is gold. It hits the top of the hills. It hits the top of the columns. The birds start to sing again. They are still happy. They are still small. The emperor opens one eye. He sees the ceiling. The ceiling has a painting. The painting is of the gods. The gods are strong. The gods are beautiful. They do not look tired. They have clouds for pillows. They have the sky for a blanket. He envies the gods. He is their representative on earth. He is the bridge between the heaven and the stone. But the bridge is cracking. The bridge is weary. He stands up and the cycle begins. He washes his face. The water is the same. He wears the robe. The purple is the same. He walks the halls. The marble is the same. He meets the men. The voices are the same. They talk about the money. They talk about the border. A tribe is moving in the east. A legion is hungry in the west. He signs a paper. He seals a letter. The wax is red. The wax is hot. He presses his ring into the wax. The ring has his face on it. His face is small. His face is hard. He sees his own eyes in the gold. He looks tired in the gold. The hours pass like heavy stones. They are piled one on top of the other. Morning stone, midday stone, afternoon stone. He walks to the forum. He sits on a high place. He looks at the people. There are so many people. They are like a sea of wool. They are like a sea of skin. They cheer for him. The sound is loud. The sound is a wave. It hits him, and he stays still. He smiles a little bit. It is a fake smile. It is a tired smile. He waves his hand. The hand feels like it belongs to someone else. It is a heavy hand. It is an old hand. He goes back to the palace. He eats a small meal. He eats olives. The olives are salty. He eats cheese. The cheese is sharp. He drinks water. He thinks of the rivers. The Tiber is brown. The Tiber is slow. It carries the waste of the city. It carries the history of the city. It flows into the sea. He wishes he could flow into the sea. He wishes he could be carried away. But he is the anchor. He is the rock. He must stay. He must remain. He must be the emperor. The night returns. The moon returns. He lies in his bed. He thinks of the emperors who came before him. Augustus was tired. Tiberius was tired. Nero was tired. They all had the same bed. They all had the same purple. They are all gone now. They are all under the earth. The earth is the only bed that lasts. The earth is the only rest that is deep. He feels the bed beneath him. It is a good bed. It is a temporary bed. He breathes in. He breathes out. The air is cool. The room is dark. The empire is a ghost. The power is a shadow. He is just a man. He is a sleeping man. He is a tired man. The history of Rome is a long sleep. It is a heavy sleep. It is a dream of stone and gold. It goes on. It goes on. The sleep is deep, but the sleep is thin. The emperor hears the wind in the curtains. The wind is soft. The wind is dry. He dreams of the grain ships. He dreams of the ships on the blue water. There are hundreds of ships. They are filled with wheat. They are coming from Egypt. They are moving slowly. The sails are white. The sails are heavy. The water ripples against the wood. The sound is a low hum. The sound is a steady rhythm. Slap, slap, slap. The wheat is golden. The wheat is dusty. It smells like the sun. It smells like the dry earth of the Nile. The ships must arrive. The people must eat. If the ships are late, the city will cry. If the ships are late, the city will burn. Even in his sleep, he counts the ships. 1 ship, 2 ships, 3 ships. He counts them until the numbers have no meaning. He counts them until they are just white dots on a blue sea. He turns over in his bed. The blankets move with him. They feel like sand. He is dreaming of the census. He sees the lists of names. There are millions of names. Each name is a person. Each person is a life. They live in small rooms. They live in tall houses. They walk the narrow streets. He sees the smoke from their fires. He sees the laundry on their lines. They are all his children. They are all his burden. He must keep them safe. He must keep them quiet. He feels the weight of every house in Rome. He feels the weight of every brick. The bricks are red. The bricks are heavy. They are piled high into the clouds. The city is a mountain of bricks. He is at the bottom of the mountain. He is holding it up with his tired arms. His muscles ache in his sleep. His heart beats slowly. It beats like a drum in a faraway valley. He is everywhere in the city. He is in every pocket. He is in every hand. He is being traded for bread. He is being traded for oil. His face is being rubbed smooth by 1,000 fingers. He feels his skin becoming smooth like the metal. He feels himself becoming hard like the gold. He does not want to be gold. He wants to be soft. He wants to be the grass. He wants to be the water. He wakes up before the sun is high. The room is still dim. The shadows are long. He stays very still. He does not want to move. If he does not move, the day cannot start. If he stays still, the empire might wait. But the empire does not wait. He hears a cough outside the door. It is the guard. The guard is shifting his weight. The guard is tired too. The guard has been standing for 4 hours. He has been watching the door. He has been watching the dark. The emperor feels sorry for the guard. He feels sorry for everyone. He feels sorry for the world. He sits up. The exhaustion is there waiting for him. It is like an old friend. It is like a heavy coat. He puts it on. He prepares to be the emperor again. He walks to the wash basin. The water has been sitting all night. It is very cold. He splashes it on his eyes. He splashes it on his neck. The cold is a shock. The cold is a wake-up call. He looks at his hands. They are steady. They are the hands that rule the world. They are the hands that sign the deaths. They are the hands that sign the pardons. He looks at his fingers. He sees the lines in his skin. He sees the history of his life in the lines. He is tired of having hands. He is tired of having a body. He wants to be a thought. He wants to be a memory. The servants enter again. The morning ritual is the same. It is always the same. They bring the fresh tunic. They bring the purple border. They bring the shoes of a king. He stands like a tree. He lets them dress him. He feels the layers of cloth. One layer for the man. One layer for the office. He is buried under the cloth. He is hidden under the purple. No one sees the man anymore. They only see the purple. They only see the crown. The crown is sitting on the table. It is a circle of gold leaves. The leaves are sharp. The leaves are bright. He looks at the crown. He knows it will be heavy today. It is always heavy on Tuesdays. It is always heavy in the winter. He walks to the breakfast table. There is a small bowl of figs. There is a cup of watered wine. The figs are sweet. The figs are soft. He eats one slowly. He tastes the seeds. He tastes the sun. He looks at the walls. The walls are covered in paintings. The paintings show the fields. The paintings show the grapes. He wishes he could walk into the painting. He wishes he could hide in the vines. But the door opens. The first advisor enters. The advisor has a stack of papers. The papers are white. The ink is fresh. The day has officially begun. The long day. The exhausting day. The advisor speaks in a low voice. He talks about the wall in the north. The wall is being built. The stones are being moved. The soldiers are cold. The soldiers are bored. They are digging ditches. They are building towers. The emperor listens. He hears the sound of the shovels. He hears the sound of the hammers. He feels the cold of the northern wind. He has never been there. He will never go there. But he must care about the wall. He must care about the dirt. He nods his head. He tells the advisor to send more grain. He tells the advisor to send more wool. The advisor writes it down. The pen scratches on the paper. Scratch, scratch, scratch. It is the sound of the empire moving. It is the sound of time passing. They talk about the taxes in the east. The tax collectors are greedy. The farmers are angry. The farmers are hiding their cows. The farmers are hiding their silver. The emperor sighs. He does not want the silver. He does not want the cows. But the army needs the money. The roads need the money. The bread needs the money. He is a machine that turns taxes into order. He is a machine that turns money into peace. It is a very tired machine. It needs oil. It needs rest. He tells the advisor to be fair. He tells the advisor to be firm. He says the words he said yesterday. He says the words he will say tomorrow. The words are like smooth stones in a river. They are worn down. They are the same shape. The afternoon is a long heat. The sun is at the top of the sky. It stays there for a long time. The shadows disappear. Everything is bright. Everything is flat. He goes to the court. He sits on the bench. He listens to the lawyers. The lawyers talk for hours. They use big words. They use old words. They argue about a house. They argue about a garden. They argue about a legacy. He watches a fly. The fly is on the arm of his chair. The fly is small. The fly is black. The fly cleans its wings. It does not care about the house. It does not care about the legacy. It is just a fly in the heat. He follows the fly with his eyes. It flies to the ceiling. It flies to the window. It is gone. He wishes he could fly. He wishes he could leave the chair. He gives his judgment. He speaks clearly. He speaks slowly. He makes one person happy. He makes one person sad. He does not feel anything. He is a scale. He is a balance. He is a piece of wood. He finishes the cases. He stands up. His back is stiff. His knees are weak. He walks back to the inner rooms. He passes the statues again. He thinks they look more tired today. He thinks the marble is getting heavier. He thinks the floor is getting longer. The palace is expanding. The walls are moving further away. He finds a quiet corner. He sits by a fountain. The fountain has a stone dolphin. The dolphin breathes water. The water falls into the pool. Splash, drip, splash. It is a very old sound. It is a very boring sound. He listens to the water for a long time. He does not think of the grain. He does not think of the walls. He does not think of the taxes. He only thinks of the drip. He counts the drips. 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets to 100. He gets to 200. The water is cool. The water is mindless. He wants to be mindless. He wants to be the stone dolphin. He wants to breathe water and feel nothing. A child runs past the garden. It is the son of a servant. The child is laughing. The child is chasing a ball. The ball is made of leather. The ball is red. The emperor watches the child. He remembers when he was a child. He remembers when the world was small. He remembers when the sun was just the sun. He remembers when the purple was just a color. He feels a sharp pain in his chest. It is not a physical pain. It is the pain of the years. It is the pain of the many days. He wants to call to the child. He wants to ask him how it feels to laugh, but he does not. He must be silent. He must be a statue. He must be the dignity of Rome. The sun begins to go down. The shadows return. They are long and thin. They reach across the floor. They reach for his feet. He goes to his library. The library is full of scrolls. The scrolls are old. The scrolls are dusty. They contain the thoughts of dead men. They contain the history of the world. He picks up a scroll. He reads about the stars. He reads about the moon. He reads about the cycle of the seasons. The seasons are a circle. Spring becomes summer. Summer becomes fall. Fall becomes winter. Winter becomes spring. It never ends. It never stops. It is a wheel. He is on the wheel. Rome is on the wheel. The exhaustion is part of the circle. The tiredness is part of the season. He prepares for the night. He prepares for the banquet. He knows the faces he will see. He knows the jokes he will hear. He knows the wine he will drink. It is a play. It is a performance. He goes out into the light. He speaks. He eats. He drinks. He is the center of the world. He is the emptiest man in the room. He looks at the torches. He looks at the smoke. The smoke rises to the ceiling. It disappears into the dark. He wants to rise with the smoke. He wants to disappear into the dark. Finally, he is back in his room. The day is dead. The day is buried. He takes off the crown. He takes off the rings. He takes off the purple. He is just a man again. He is a very tired man. He is an exhausted man. He lies down. He feels the bed. He feels the night. He is sinking. He is falling. He is drifting. The history of Rome is a long road. The road is dusty. The road is long. He has walked far today. He will walk far tomorrow. But for now there is the dark. For now there is the quiet. For now there is the sleep. He closes his eyes. He is gone. He is rest. He is the silence of the empire. The emperor is dreaming of the rain. The rain is falling over the hills of Italy. The rain is falling on the flat roofs of the houses. It is a slow rain. It is a steady rain. The water washes the dust from the marble. The water washes the heat from the stone. In his dream, he is standing in a field. He is not the ruler of the world. He is a man who watches the clouds. The clouds are gray. The clouds are heavy. They move across the sky like slow ships. He feels the drops on his hands. He feels the drops on his face. The water is simple. The water is clean. There are no letters to sign in the rain. There are no taxes to collect in the rain. There is only the sound of the wet earth. There is only the smell of the damp grass. He wants to stay in the field. He wants to stay in the gray light. But the dream is fading. The rain is turning into the sound of footsteps. The footsteps are outside his door. They are the footsteps of the morning. The room is the color of wood. The room is the color of ash. He opens his eyes and looks at the ceiling. The painted gods are still there. They are still watching him from the clouds. They do not look tired. They do not look old. They have been there since he was a boy. They will be there when he is gone. He feels like a shadow passing under their gaze. He feels like a leaf blowing through a stone temple. He moves his arm. It feels like lead. He moves his leg. It feels like iron. The exhaustion of the day before has not left him. It has only settled deeper into his marrow. It has become a part of his skeleton. He is a man made of history. He is a man made of fatigue. He sits on the edge of the bed. He stays there for a long time. He waits for his heart to find its rhythm. He waits for his breath to become steady. The air in the room is still. The air is old. He thinks of the miles of borders he must protect. He thinks of the thousands of miles of roads he must maintain. If a stone falls in Britain, he feels it. If a fire starts in Syria, he feels the heat. He is connected to every corner of the earth by invisible threads. The threads are pulled tight. The threads are heavy. He is the center of the web. He is the spider who is tired of the silk. He stands up, and the floor is cold. It is always cold. The servants come in with the light. They carry small oil lamps. The flames are tiny. The flames are orange. The lamps smell of olives. The lamps smell of smoke. The servants do not look at his face. They look at his feet. They look at his hands. They know him as a body to be dressed. They know him as a ritual to be performed. They bring the water in a silver pitcher. They pour it into the basin. The sound is a thin splash. It is a lonely sound. He washes his skin. He washes the sleep away. But he cannot wash away the memories. He cannot wash away the names of the dead. He cannot wash away the numbers of the gold. The cloth is rough. The cloth is honest. They bring the tunic. It is white. It is plain. Then they bring the toga. The toga is a mountain of wool. It is long. It is wide. It must be folded just right. It must hang from his shoulder like a heavy wing. He stands with his arms out. He is a cross. He is a pillar. They wrap the wool around him. They tuck the folds into place. He feels the weight increasing. He feels his breathing become shallow. The toga is the weight of the law. The toga is the weight of the ancestors. When they are finished, he cannot move quickly. He can only move with gravity. He can only move like a slow river. He puts on his rings. The rings are heavy with stones. The stones are red. The stones are green. They are hard eyes looking back at him. He walks out into the morning. The halls are silent. The guards are like statues of bronze. They do not blink. They do not breathe. He passes the statues of the old emperors. He looks at their stone mouths. They are closed tight. They have nothing left to say. They have said everything already. They have commanded. They have judged. They have sighed. Now they are just rock. He envies the rock. He walks to the small balcony. He looks at the city of Rome. The mist is rising from the river. The mist is white. It hides the slums. It hides the mud. For a moment, the city looks like a cloud. It looks like a dream of marble. It looks like a place of peace. But he knows what is beneath the mist. He knows the hunger. He knows the noise. He knows the endless motion. The first secretary arrives. He is a small man with a thin neck. He carries a bundle of scrolls. The scrolls are tied with purple string. Each string is a problem. Each string is a task. They sit in the morning room. The sun begins to hit the floor. The sun moves slowly across the rug. The secretary reads the news from the frontier. A bridge has washed away in the rain. The bridge was made of oak. It must be rebuilt. The emperor listens to the cost. He listens to the time. He thinks of the water pulling the wood apart. He thinks of the current taking the beams to the sea. He tells the secretary to send the engineers. He tells the secretary to pay the workmen. He speaks in a voice that is flat. He speaks in a voice that has no echo. Next is the news of the grain. The harvest in Africa is good. The harvest in Africa is heavy. But the bugs are eating the wheat. The bugs are small. The bugs are hungry. The emperor thinks of millions of tiny mouths. He thinks of the wheat turning to dust. He thinks of the empty bread shops in the city. He thinks of the angry eyes of the people. He tells the secretary to send the ships. He tells the secretary to guard the warehouses. He feels like he is fighting the insects. He feels like he is fighting the wind. He is a man trying to hold back the ocean with a wooden spoon. The work is always repeating. They talk about the gold mines in the mountains. The mines are deep. The mines are dark. The men are digging for the yellow metal. They are digging for the emperor's face. He feels the weight of the mountains on his chest. He feels the darkness of the tunnels in his eyes. He tells them to keep digging. He tells them to send more light. The gold is the blood of the empire. The gold must flow. If the gold stops, the heart stops. If the heart stops, the world ends. He is the keeper of the heart. He is the guardian of the blood. He is very tired of the yellow metal. He is very tired of the shine. The afternoon comes with a heavy heat. The air is thick with the smell of the city. It smells of horses. It smells of smoke. It smells of too many people. He goes to the library. He wants to be alone. He wants to be among the books. The books do not ask for anything. The books do not want land. The books do not want money. He touches the leather covers. He touches the wooden rollers. He reads a poem about a shepherd. The shepherd is sitting under a tree. The shepherd is playing a pipe. The sheep are white. The grass is green. The emperor tries to see the shepherd. He tries to hear the pipe, but he can only hear the sound of the city. He can only hear the sound of the guards. The poem is a lie. The green grass is a memory. He closes the book. The dust from the pages floats in the sun. It looks like gold. It looks like nothing. He sits in a chair made of ebony. The wood is black. The wood is hard. He closes his eyes. He tries to find the silence, but the silence is full of voices. He hears the voices of the senators. He hears the voices of the generals. He hears the voices of his mother and his father. They are all talking at once. They are all telling him what to be. They are all telling him how to rule. He is a vessel for their shadows. He is a container for their ghosts. He wants to empty himself. He wants to let the wind blow through him. He breathes in the dust. He breathes out the years. The evening banquet is beginning. He can hear the music from the far wing. He can hear the laughter of the guests. The laughter sounds like breaking glass. The music sounds like a tired bird. He must go to them. He must show them the emperor. He must show them the purple. He stands up, and his toga feels heavier than it did in the morning. It has soaked up the exhaustion of the day. It has soaked up the heat of the sun. He walks slowly. He walks with a heavy step. He enters the hall, and the voices stop. Then the voices rise in a shout. They are cheering for him. They are shouting his name. He feels the sound hitting his chest. He feels the sound pushing him back. He smiles the smile of a statue. He sits on his couch, and the feast begins. He watches the dancers. They move like fire. They move like water. Their feet are bare on the stone. They are young. They are full of life. He watches them and feels like he is made of salt. He feels like he is made of sand. He drinks his wine and it is sour. He eats his meat and it is dry. The world is losing its taste. The world is losing its color. Everything is becoming gray. Everything is becoming the same. He looks at the torches on the wall. They are burning down. They are melting into the holders. He is burning down. He is melting into the throne. The guests leave one by one. They bow to him. They thank him for the food. They thank him for the peace. They go home to their beds. They go home to their sleep. The hall becomes empty. The torches go out. The smoke lingers in the air. It smells of animal fat. It smells of the end. He walks back to his room. He walks through the dark. He does not need a lamp. He knows the way by heart. He knows every crack in the marble. He knows every turn in the wall. He is the master of the house. He is the prisoner of the house. He reaches his bed. He takes off the toga. He lets it fall to the floor. It lies there like a dead animal. He takes off his tunic. He is just a man. He is a thin man. He is a tired man. He gets into the bed and the linen is cool. The linen is kind. He lies on his back and looks at the dark. He feels the empire breathing around him. He feels the city breathing below him. The history of Rome is a long night. It is a night with no stars. It is a night with no end. He is the watchman. He is the sleeper. He is the exhaustion. He closes his eyes, and the rain starts to fall in his mind again. It is a slow rain. It is a steady rain. It goes on. It goes on. The emperor dreams of the road. The road is made of stone. The road is straight. It cuts through the forest. It cuts through the swamp. It goes over the mountain. He sees the miles stretching out before him. He sees the dust rising from the boots of his men. The dust is white. The dust is fine. It gets into the throat. It gets into the eyes. In his dream, he is walking. He is not in a carriage. He is not on a horse. He is just walking on the hard Roman stone. His feet are sore. His legs are heavy. He hears the rhythm of the march. Left, right, left, right. It is the sound of the empire moving. It is the sound of a giant animal breathing. The road never ends. It goes to the edge of the world. It goes into the mist. He wants to stop walking. He wants to sit by the side of the road and let the grass grow over him. But the rhythm keeps going. The road keeps calling. He wakes up in a different bed. The room is small. The walls are plain. He is in a province far from Rome. He is in a camp on the edge of a cold river. The air is damp. The air is sharp. He can smell the wood smoke from the campfires. He can smell the leather of the tents. He sits up, and the blankets feel damp. He feels the chill in his joints. Traveling is not a vacation. Traveling is a job. It is a slow and heavy job. He moves from one city to another. He moves from one camp to another. He is a moving statue. He is a traveling court. He carries the weight of the capital with him in a wagon. He goes to the window of the small villa. He sees the soldiers waking up. They move slowly in the gray light. They are shivering. They are rubbing their arms. They are boiling water in metal pots. He feels a deep connection to them. He is the leader of the world, but he is also a soldier. He is a man who lives in the dirt. He is a man who knows the weight of a shield. He watches the smoke rise straight into the air. There is no wind. There is only the cold. There is only the silence of the trees. The trees are dark. The trees are old. They were here before the road. They will be here after the road is gone. His servants come in. They are also tired of the road. Their clothes are dusty. Their faces are pale. They bring him a bowl of warm porridge. The porridge is simple. The porridge is gray. He eats it because he must. He needs the fuel for the day. He needs the strength to sit in the carriage. Sitting is its own kind of exhaustion. The carriage bumps over the stones. The carriage sways on its springs. For hours and hours he will feel the vibration. He will feel the rattle of the wood. He will feel the jolt of the wheels. It makes the brain feel soft. It makes the thoughts feel blurred. He dresses in his traveling clothes. He does not wear the heavy toga today. He wears a thick cloak of brown wool. He wears boots with fur inside. He looks at himself in a small hand mirror. He sees the lines around his eyes. They look like the maps of the provinces. They look like the rivers on the scrolls. He is becoming the geography of his reign. He is becoming the land itself. He walks out to the courtyard. The horses are waiting. Their breath comes out in clouds of steam. Their eyes are large and dark. They do not know where they are going. They only know the bit in their mouth. They only know the whip on their back. The journey begins again. The soldiers form a line. The wagons begin to creak. The sound of the wheels is a long moan. It is a sound of wood rubbing against wood. It goes on for miles. It goes on for days. He looks out the window of the carriage. He sees the fields passing by. He sees a farmer watching the procession. The farmer is leaning on a hoe. The farmer is wearing a rough tunic. He looks at the emperor with no expression. He does not cheer. He does not bow. He just watches. The emperor watches him back. They are two men separated by a thin wall of wood. The farmer is tired of the soil. The emperor is tired of the world. The sun stays low in the sky. It is a weak sun. It provides no warmth. The road turns through a valley. The walls of the valley are steep. The rocks are gray and wet. He thinks of the barbarians in the hills. He thinks of the eyes watching the column from the shadows. He is not afraid. He is too tired to be afraid. He just wonders if they are cold too. He wonders if they are hungry. He wonders if they know that he is just a man in a box. He leans his head against the side of the carriage. He tries to sleep, but the road is too rough. He feels every pebble. He feels every crack. The road is a language he is reading with his body. They stop at midday by a stream. The water is clear and fast. It breaks over the rocks in white foam. The soldiers sit on the ground. They eat dry bread. They eat hard cheese. The emperor walks to the edge of the water. He looks at his reflection. The water breaks his face into 1,000 pieces. He is a puzzle that cannot be solved. He is a man who has been divided among too many people. He is the law in Rome. He is the general in Gaul. He is the god in Egypt. He is nothing to the stream. The stream just moves. The stream just flows. He touches the water, and his fingers go numb. The cold is honest. The cold is real. Back in the carriage, the afternoon is a blur. He reads a scroll by the flickering light of a candle. The scroll is about the laws of inheritance. It is about who gets the cows when the father dies. It is about who gets the house when the mother dies. He reads the words, but they do not stay in his head. They fall out like sand. He is thinking of the thousands of men who have died for this road. He is thinking of the blood that has been soaked into the dirt. Every mile of the empire has a cost. Every mile has a weight. He feels the weight in the small of his back. He feels the cost in the back of his neck. Evening finds them at another camp, another villa, another cold room. The ritual of the night begins. The local leaders come to see him. They bring gifts, they bring wine, they bring complaints. He sits in a chair that is too tall. He listens to their voices. Their accents are strange. Their words are slow. They talk about the bridge. They talk about the market. They talk about the temple. He gives them the same answers he gave in the last town. He gives them the same promises. He is a recording. He is a ghost repeating a script. He watches the candles burn down. He watches the wax drip onto the table. The wax is white and thick. It looks like the snow that will soon fall. When they finally leave, he is alone. He takes off his boots. He looks at his feet. They are white and tired. He gets into the bed, and the sheets are cold. He knows he will wake up tomorrow, and the road will be there. It is the spine of the empire. It is the chain that binds him. He is the prisoner of the distance. He is the slave of the horizon. He closes his eyes, and he hears the wheels. Creak, creak, creak. He is moving even when he is still. He is traveling even in his sleep. The exhaustion of the Roman emperor is a journey without an end. It is a path of stone through a world of shadows. He sinks into the dark. He sinks into the quiet. The road goes on. The story goes on. The sleep is heavy. The sleep is deep. The emperor is dreaming of a circle. It is a giant circle of stone. It is the arena. In his dream, the arena is empty. The sand is white. The sand is clean. There is no blood. There is no screaming. There is only the wind blowing across the empty seats. The wind makes a low sound. The wind makes a hollow sound. He is standing in the middle of the circle. He is very small. He is a speck of dust in the eye of the world. He looks up at the rows of benches. They go up and up until they touch the clouds. He feels safe in the empty circle. He feels at peace in the silence. But then he hears a sound. It is a roar. It is the sound of 100,000 voices. They are calling his name. They are demanding his presence. The white sand begins to turn red. The circle begins to fill with shadows. The dream is over. The exhaustion is back. He wakes up to the sound of trumpets. They are loud. They are bright. They are calling the city to the games. Today is the day of the spectacle. Today he must sit in the heat for 10 hours. He must watch the men fight. He must watch the beasts die. He must be the judge of life and death. He does not want to watch. He has seen it all before. He has seen the lions. He has seen the swords. He has seen the nets. It is always the same. It is a ritual of noise. It is a ritual of heat. He stays in his bed until the last possible moment. He listens to the city moving toward the Colosseum. The streets are humming. The air is vibrating. The servants dress him in his finest purple. This purple is the color of dried blood. It is a heavy silk. It is a thick wool. They put a laurel wreath on his head. The leaves are made of gold. They are cold against his skin. They are heavy on his brow. He feels like a sacrificial bull being dressed for the altar. He is the guest of honor at a funeral that lasts all day. He walks to his litter. He is carried through the streets. He is hidden behind curtains of silk. He hears the people shouting. He hears them begging for bread. He hears them begging for blood. Their voices are hungry. Their voices are never satisfied. He arrives at the arena. He enters through a private door. He walks through a cool tunnel of stone. The stone is damp. The stone is dark. Then he steps out into the light. The light is like a physical blow. It is hot. It is white. The roar of the crowd hits him. It is a wall of sound. He sits in his box. The seat is made of marble. The seat is covered in velvet. He looks out at the sea of faces. There are so many people. They are a single animal with 1,000 eyes. They are waiting for him to begin. He raises his hand. The games are open. The exhaustion begins its slow climb. He does not feel excitement. He only feels a deep sadness. He feels the waste of life. He feels the waste of effort. The sun moves higher. The smell of the arena begins to rise. It is the smell of hot sand. It is the smell of sweat. It is the smell of iron. It is a heavy smell. It stays in the back of the throat. It stays in the folds of his clothes. The crowd is shouting. They are cheering for the hunter. They are booing the beast. The emperor sits perfectly still. He is a statue in the sun. He does not move his head. He does not blink his eyes. He is the anchor of the event. He is the calm point at the center of the storm. Inside, he is counting the minutes. He is counting the hours. He is thinking of his quiet library. He is thinking of his cool garden. He is thinking of the silence of the night. But the noise is constant. The noise is a hammer. At midday they bring the food. The servants bring him cold chicken. They bring him wine cooled with snow from the mountains. He eats slowly. He does not taste the food. He is watching the sand being raked. The men with rakes move back and forth. They are covering the red spots with fresh yellow sand. They are making the circle clean again. It is a lie. The blood is still there. It is just underneath. Everything in Rome is just underneath. The history is under the stone. The death is under the sand. The exhaustion is under the purple. The afternoon is for the gladiators. This is what the people want. This is why they are here. The men come out in their armor. The armor is polished. The armor is bright. They bow to the emperor. They say the words, "We who are about to die salute you." The emperor nods. He has heard the words 1,000 times. He knows the names of the men. He knows their styles. He knows who will win. He knows who will lose. He watches the swords clash. The sound is sharp. The sound is rhythmic. It is like the ticking of a metal clock. It is the sound of time being cut into pieces. The heat is at its worst. The sun is reflecting off the marble. The air is shimmering. The emperor feels the sweat under his crown. He feels the weight of the gold leaves. A man falls in the sand. The crowd goes silent. They are waiting for the signal. They are looking at the emperor's thumb. He looks down at the man. The man is young. The man is covered in dust. He is looking up at the box. He is not asking for mercy. He is just waiting. The emperor feels the power in his hand. It is a heavy power. It is a boring power. He turns his thumb. The crowd erupts. The decision is made. The man is gone. The games go on until the shadows are long. The sun is finally moving behind the walls of the arena. The air is getting cooler, but it is still thick. The last fight is over. The last animal is gone. The emperor stands up. His legs are numb. He has sat in the same position for half a day. He has been the focus of 100,000 people. He has carried their emotions. He has carried their darkness. He walks back through the cool tunnel. The silence of the stone is the best thing he has felt all day. It is like a cold drink. It is like a soft bed. He is carried back to the palace. The city is still loud. The people are talking about the fights. They are arguing about the winners. They are happy. They are full of the spectacle. The emperor is empty. He is a shell. He arrives at his rooms and the servants take away the purple. They take away the gold. They wash the smell of the arena from his skin. But the smell is in his mind. The noise is in his ears. He lies down on his couch. He does not want to eat. He does not want to speak. He just wants the dark. The night is coming. The moon is rising over the empty arena. The sand is cooling. The blood is drying. He is thinking of the circle. He is thinking of the white sand. He is trying to find the silence again. He is trying to wash the red away. The exhaustion of the games is a heavy weight. It is a mental fatigue. It is the tiredness of being a god for a crowd of mortals. It is the weariness of the sword and the shield. He falls into a sleep that is deep and gray. He falls into the quiet of the stone. The emperor is dreaming of whispers. The whispers are like the sound of dry leaves. They are like the sound of a snake in the grass. He is in a room with no doors. He is in a room with no windows. There are many shadows on the wall. The shadows have no faces. They are leaning toward him. They are speaking his name. They are talking about the knife. They are talking about the cup. He tries to cover his ears. He tries to close his eyes. But the whispers are inside his head. They are part of the air. He cannot breathe without hearing them. He cannot sleep without feeling them. The dream is a circle of doubt. The dream is a cage of secrets. He wakes up, and the room is silent. But the silence is not empty. The silence is waiting. He lies very still in the gray light. He listens to the palace. The palace is a giant ear. Every footstep is a message. Every door that opens is a question. He does not know who is outside his room. He does not know who is standing behind the curtain. He thinks of the men who serve him. He thinks of the men who guard him. They bow to him. They smile at him. They call him master. But what are they thinking? What are they hiding? He looks at the ceiling. The gods are still there. They are the only ones who do not lie. They are the only ones who do not want his throne. The exhaustion of the mind is worse than the exhaustion of the body. It is a slow poison. It is a heavy fog. He rises from his bed, and he does not call his servants yet. He wants to be alone in his skin. He wants to be sure of his own shadow. He walks to the mirror. He looks at his reflection. He looks at his neck. He looks at his heart. He is a target. He is a bullseye made of flesh and bone. Every day is a battle to stay alive. Every meal is a risk. Every drink is a gamble. He walks to the table and sees a cup of water. He looks at the water. Is it clear? Is it pure? He does not know. He waits for a servant to taste it. He waits for someone else to live or die first. This is the life of the emperor. He is the first man in the world, but he is the last man to eat. He is the highest man in the world, but he is the lowest man in safety. The servants enter, and their faces are like masks. They are smooth. They are perfect. He looks into their eyes. He is looking for a spark of hate. He is looking for a shadow of greed. He sees nothing. He sees only the reflection of his own tired face. They dress him in the purple. They fasten the gold. The gold feels like a chain. The purple feels like a shroud. He walks to the meeting room. He must see the senators. He must see the family. These are the people who should love him. These are the people who should help him. But he knows better. He knows that every smile has a price. He knows that every hug is a measurement for a grave. He sits in the council chamber. The men are sitting in a semicircle. They look like a row of white thirds. They look like a row of cold stones. One man stands up to speak. He talks about the loyalty of the army. He talks about the love of the people. He uses beautiful words. He uses long sentences. The emperor listens to the rhythm. He does not listen to the meaning. He is watching the man's hands. He is watching the man's eyes. Why is he moving his fingers? Why is he looking at the floor? The emperor feels a cold weight in his stomach. Is this the one? Is this the day? He looks at the other men. Are they part of it? Are they waiting for a signal? The meeting goes on for hours. The air is thick with the smell of old wool and ink. The voices are a low hum. It is a boring sound. It is an exhausting sound. He gives his orders. He makes his decisions. He acts like he is not afraid. He acts like he is not tired. He is an actor on the stage made of marble. He is a performer in a play that never ends. He says the words of power. He says the words of peace. But his mind is a map of exits. His mind is a list of enemies. He is counting the people in the room. He is counting the weapons in the room. He is a man standing on a thin sheet of ice. He can hear it cracking. He can feel it moving. He goes to his lunch. The room is quiet. The sun is bright on the floor. A servant brings a plate of fish. The fish is white. The fish is soft. A taster comes forward. The taster is a young man. The taster takes a bite. The emperor watches him. He watches the man's throat move. He watches the man's eyes. He waits for the man to fall. He waits for the man to cough. 1 minute passes. 2 minutes pass. The taster is still standing. The taster is still breathing. The emperor picks up his fork. He eats the fish. It tastes of nothing. It tastes of fear. He drinks the wine. It tastes of salt. He is a god who is afraid of a piece of meat. He is a king who is a prisoner of a plate. The afternoon is for the reports, the secret reports, the reports from the spies. He goes to a small room in the back of the palace. The walls are thick. The door is heavy. He reads the letters. This general is talking to that senator. This wife is talking to that guard. This brother is buying a sword. The world is a web of whispers. The world is a garden of knives. He reads about his own death. He reads about his own funeral. People are planning for a time when he is gone. They are measuring his shoes. They are dividing his clothes. He feels a great weariness in his bones. He wants to tell them to take it. He wants to tell them to have the purple. He wants to tell them to have the gold. He just wants to sleep. He just wants to be a man who is not a target. He walks in the garden as the sun goes down. The shadows of the trees are long and thin. They look like spears. They look like bars. He sees his wife coming toward him. She is beautiful. She is wearing a dress of blue silk. She smiles at him. She takes his hand. Her hand is warm. He looks at her and wonders. Does she have a vial in her pocket? Does she have a secret in her heart? He wants to trust her. He wants to rest his head on her shoulder. But he cannot. He is the emperor. He is the lonely man. He talks to her about the weather. He talks to her about the flowers. He keeps his heart in a box of iron. He keeps his soul in a cage of stone. The night is the hardest time. The night is the time of the shadows. He goes to his bedroom. He checks the locks. He checks the curtains. He looks under the bed. He feels ashamed. He feels pathetic. He is the ruler of the world, and he is looking for ghosts. He lies down, and the silence is loud. He hears the wind in the eaves. He hears the owls in the garden. Every sound is a threat. Every creak is a footstep. He thinks of the emperors who died in their beds. He thinks of the emperors who died in the dark. Their blood is on the floor. Their ghosts are in the air. He is the next one in the line. He is the next name on the list. He closes his eyes, but he does not sleep. He is waiting for the dawn. The dawn is his only friend. The light is his only shield. He is the exhausted emperor. He is the man who knows too much. He is the man who trusts no one. The history of Rome is a story of knives. The history of Rome is a story of whispers. It goes on and on. It never stops. The cycle of the secret is the cycle of the crown. He breathes slowly. He breathes heavily. The dark is all around him. The dark is inside him. He is the silence. He is the secret. He is the end. The emperor is dreaming of marble. He is dreaming of his own statues. He sees them standing in the squares. He sees them standing in the temples. The stone faces are young. The stone eyes are bright. The stone arms are strong. But in the dream, the marble begins to crack. A line appears across the forehead. A line appears across the chest. The stone begins to crumble into white dust. The dust falls on his hands. The dust falls on his bed. He tries to catch the pieces, but they turn into smoke. He realizes that he is not the man of stone. He is the man of smoke. He is the man who is fading. The statues will stay, but the man will go. The monuments will remain, but the breath will stop. He wakes up, and his body feels like the cracked marble. He feels the weight of the years in his spine. He feels the cold of the stone in his feet. He moves slowly today. He does not want to rush. There is no reason to rush. The empire will be there in an hour. He looks at his hands in the morning light. The skin is thin. The skin is like old paper. He can see the blue veins underneath. They are like the rivers on his maps. They are the rivers of his life. He remembers when his hands were thick. He remembers when his grip was tight. Now his fingers tremble just a little bit. It is a very small movement. It is a very quiet signal, but he knows what it means. It means the battery is running low. It means the fire is turning into ash. He is a lamp that has burned through the night. He is a candle that is reaching the bottom of the wax. He calls for his physician. The physician is an old man from Greece. He has soft hands. He has a quiet voice. He brings a bottle of oil. He brings a jar of herbs. He rubs the oil into the emperor's shoulders. The oil smells like lavender. The oil smells like the earth. The emperor closes his eyes. He feels the warmth of the rubbing. He thinks of all the miles he has traveled. He thinks of all the weight he has carried. His body is a map of his reign. This scar is from a hunt. This ache is from a long march. This stiffness is from the hours on the throne. He is a vessel that has been used too many times. He is a cup that has been drained. He walks to the construction site of his new forum. He wants to see the work. He wants to see the progress. He sits in a chair in the shade. He watches the slaves move the stones. The stones are huge. The stones are white. They are being pulled by thick ropes. He hears the sound of the chisels. Tap, tap, tap. It is the sound of the future. He is building something that will last 1,000 years. He is building a memory made of rock. He looks at the columns. They are tall and straight. They are perfect. He feels a great distance between himself and the building. The building is strong and new. He is weak and old. The building does not feel pain. The building does not get tired. He touches a piece of cold marble. He wonders if he will be here to see the roof. He wonders if he will be here to see the gold. He returns to the palace for the afternoon rest. The halls are cool. The curtains are drawn. He lies on his couch and looks at a bust of his grandfather. The grandfather was a great man. He was a fierce man. Now he is just a head of bronze. The bronze is green with age. The eyes are hollow. The emperor thinks about the vanity of the metal. He thinks about the vanity of the name. In 100 years, who will remember his voice? In 100 years, who will remember his face? They will only know the name on the stone. They will only know the dates in the book. He feels a sense of relief in the thought. He is tired of being a person. He is tired of being a story. He wants to be the silence between the words. He wants to be the space between the stars. The sun begins to set behind the hills of Rome. The light is orange. The light is soft. It is the color of an old coin. He walks to the balcony one last time for the day. He looks at the smoke from the chimneys. He looks at the lights in the windows. The city is preparing for the night. The city is preparing to dream. He feels a great love for the city. It is a heavy love. It is a tired love. He has protected it. He has fed it. He has watched over it like a tired father. He is ready to put the child to bed. He is ready to put himself to bed. He feels the cool air on his face. It smells of the river. It smells of the sea. He goes to his bedroom, and the ritual is shorter tonight. He doesn't want the heavy robes. He doesn't want the gold. He just wants the simple linen. He just wants the quiet. He lies down, and he feels the bed rise up to meet him. It is a good bed. It is a loyal bed. He thinks of the exhaustion of the Roman emperors. It is not just his exhaustion. It is a chain of tiredness reaching back to the start. It is the fatigue of the crown. It is the weariness of the purple. He closes his eyes, and he hears the city breathing. He hears the world turning. He is not afraid of the dark. The dark is a blanket. The dark is a friend. He is sinking into the deep water of the past. He is drifting into the long sleep of the history. The story of Rome is a story of stone. The story of the emperor is a story of time. Time is moving. The stone is staying. The man is leaving. The emperor is dreaming of the end of the world. The world is not burning. The world is not falling. The world is just stopping. It is like a clock that has run out of tension. It is like a wheel that has reached the bottom of the hill. In his dream, the city of Rome is made of glass. The glass is clear. The glass is fragile. He walks through the streets, and he can see the ghosts of the people inside the walls. He can see the thoughts of the senators. He can see the dreams of the bakers. Everything is transparent. Everything is thin. He feels a great lightness in his chest. He is no longer the anchor. He is no longer the stone. He is a feather in the wind. He is a spark in the dark. He wakes up, and the room is very quiet. The room is very still. The air feels thin. The air feels new. This is the last morning. He knows it in his heart. He knows it in his pulse. The exhaustion has reached its peak. The fatigue has become a quiet peace. He does not feel the ache in his back. He does not feel the heaviness in his legs. He feels like he is floating just above the bed. He looks at the light on the wall. The light is white. A light is pure. He does not want the servants. He does not want the purple. He wants to stay in this moment of clarity. He wants to stay in this room of silence. He thinks of the empire. He thinks of the borders. He thinks of the millions of people. They are all safe. They are all asleep. The Roman peace is a heavy blanket he has laid over the world. It is his gift. It is his burden. Now he is taking the blanket off his own shoulders. He thinks of the name Caesar. It is a loud name. It is a sharp name. It has been shouted in the streets. It has been carved in the rock. Now the name feels small. Now the name feels like a dry leaf. He is not Caesar anymore. He is just a man. He is a soul. He remembers the taste of an apple when he was a child. He remembers the smell of the rain on the dust of his father's farm. These are the things that matter now. The gold does not matter. The wars do not matter. The laws do not matter. He is returning to the simple things. He is returning to the earth. He is returning to the beginning. The history of the Roman emperors is a long circle. He has reached the point where the start meets the end. He calls for a cup of water. He drinks it slowly. The water is cold. The water is life. He feels it moving through his body. He feels it washing the dust of the years away. He looks at the window. He can see a single tree. The tree is green. The tree is growing. The tree does not know about Rome. The tree does not know about the emperor. The tree just exists. He wants to exist like the tree. He wants to grow in the sun and sleep in the dark. He feels a sense of gratitude for the long day. He feels a sense of thankfulness for the heavy road. It is over. The work is done. The palace is a house of memories. The throne is a chair of wood. He lies back on his pillow. He closes his eyes. He hears the sound of a distant flute. The music is slow. The music is thin. It is the sound of the world moving on without him. It is a beautiful sound. It is a comforting sound. The empire will continue. The sun will rise. The grain ships will arrive. The children will laugh. He is no longer necessary. He is no longer the center. He is a part of the whole. He is a drop in the ocean. The exhaustion is melting into the water. The tiredness is becoming the waves. He is drifting away from the shore. He is moving into the deep blue. The shadows of the room grow long. The evening is returning. But there is no banquet tonight. There is no meeting tonight. There is only the quiet. There is only the rest. The history of Rome is a book that is being closed. The pages are heavy. The ink is dry. The story of the emperor is a lamp that is being blown out. The smoke is sweet. The dark is warm. He breathes in one last time. The air is the air of the world. He breathes out one last time. The breath is the breath of the past. He is still. He is silent. He is at rest. The city of Rome sits on its 7 hills. The stones are old. The marble is cold. The moon rises over the palaces. The moon shines on the temples. The emperor is sleeping. The emperor is gone. The exhaustion of the crown has found its end. The heavy life has become the light of the stars. The peace is absolute. The silence is eternal. The story is finished. The rest is forever. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The empire is a dream. The man is a memory. Everything is quiet. Everything is still. Rome is a ghost in the moonlight. The emperor is a shadow in the wind. The long day is done. The long sleep has begun. It goes on. It goes on. Into the dark. The emperor is no longer a man of flesh. The emperor is no longer a man of law. He has become the stone. He has become the history. The room is silent. The palace is silent. The city of Rome is a vast map of sleeping souls. The heavy burden of the world has finally slipped from his shoulders. It has fallen away like the purple robe. It has settled into the dust of the floor. There are no more scrolls to read. There are no more borders to defend. There are no more whispers to fear. The exhaustion has reached its end. The fatigue has turned into the deep peace of the earth. The light of the lamp has flickered and gone out. The smoke has drifted through the window and into the night. The stars are the only eyes that watch him now. The stars are cold. The stars are eternal. They have seen 1,000 emperors rise. They have seen 1,000 emperors fall. To the stars, the empire is a small thing. To the stars, the city is a tiny spark. The emperor is now part of that distance. He is part of that cold and beautiful silence. He is the quiet of the empty forum. He is the stillness of the abandoned road. The long walk is over. The heavy crown is a hollow circle. The power is a faded memory. In the morning the sun will rise. The light will hit the marble. The people will wake up. They will hear the news. They will speak his name in low voices. They will begin the rituals of the dead. But the emperor will not hear them. He is far away from the noise. He is deep within the rest. He has earned the sleep of the ages. He has earned the quiet of the stone. The history of Rome moves forward like a slow river. He is the water that has already passed the bridge. He is the wave that has reached the ocean. The exhaustion of the Roman emperors is the exhaustion of time itself. It is the weight of being remembered. It is the weariness of being a monument. But now the monument is still. The story is closed. The words have all been spoken. There is nothing left but the rhythm of the dark. There is nothing left but the breath of the world. Sleep, sleep, sleep. The empire is safe in the shadows. The man is safe in the earth. The long story is done. The deep rest is here. It is finished. It is quiet. It is peace.